Welcome everyone. We are back again today for another daily teaching. Day 26. A new body experience. I feel like a new body. Yet when you have the experience, it's like you knew the body. You knew it was capable of this. It's just we have not been maximizing our body. We have not been working on our relationship with our body, the partnership of the body. And we looked at the body as a dog, loyal companion, flip it round, it's God. Here's a miracle, perform miracles all the time. And we're only just starting to bring awareness to God. Look at this course. Daily teachings, allowing us to connect to that three-letter word, God. Yet when we bring awareness to our feelings and experience and the insights, it's so much more than those three letters. As simple as so much more. And that's worth this human experience because we carry the body with us every day. So we can really now start enhancing our body. And all this requires is to bring awareness and to focus on the truth, which is the soul. If we looked at the physical, the skin is the soul. The soul consumes the muscles, the mind, muscle memory. And the muscles are connected to the bones of the body, the physical, the mental, and the spiritual. And if you bring awareness to the skin, there's no shape, there's no format. It goes where it's asked. And this will make more sense the more you start playing with your skin. And it's our skin that forms structure. So just to try to get a little bit of awareness and imagine that every bit of force is leaving an imprint in the body. So the soul has the experience, leaves its light, leaves its mark. And then the mind will remember, re-experience, to relive, recreate, and get good at certain skills by showing up every day consistent. So when we go back to when we was a child, and early on, you're unable to move. You're laying on your back. And if you think about slowing things right down and just bringing awareness to the movement while you're on your back, the amount of attempts, the rolls, the look left, the look right, the look up, to stretch, lift the legs, arms above the head, constant exploring, wriggling, squeezing, reaching into that space. And all of that is done with no mind. Why? The closest to God is a child. And then the elders at the other end, closest to God. So in God's hands, the movement is just as it is. So if you imagine now speeding that up, movement of a child from your back to your front, rolling around on your knees, get up, fall down. think about all the spirals. Imagine imprints leaving around your body from when you're crawling to when you're kneeling. The spirals around your body, because we are rolling, crawling. That's what takes place as a baby. So with that constant spiraling around, it brings structure. There's form. Why do humans all look the same? Because this is the right path. When the mind's out of the way, this is how we grow. We stand, we have our arms, our legs. And if we then bring it down to skin, it wraps around many times. And if we looked at the fibers, the tissues, they wrap around our body, always spiraling around. So if you put your hand out and just watch from your wrist, turning your thumb to the left, and just watch the top of your wrist keep turning until the arm, the elbow, the shoulder, everything follows. So wrist, and at some point my shoulder's going. As you're doing that, bring awareness to the skin, how the muscles roll around, how everything goes in the same direction. So if we're guiding our mind, we're creating the environment, we need to allow our mind to know how far we can go, our limits. Because when we're in our flow, the mind and the body will be a partnership. We'll be working together. And then you'll start noticing any uncomfort, discomfort, disjointed inside the body. So from movement, ego is there's things that are not sitting in place. And our body is a puzzle. It's a maze. It's amazing. So much about the body. But each step as a soul, from one step to the next. Same with the joints of our body. One joint to the next joint. And the tissues, the skin, the wires, all leading our body. So I'm going to share a few things to bring awareness to. And again, you can do this on your bed. You can do this before you start your day. Very simple because it's the soul. But you want to think about the highest, furthest place that the body can go. The full range. The more you stretch and you get that good stretch, the more energy goes into the space. The energy, the light goes into the dark, and that's why you get that good feeling. It's like, oh, I like this. And if you zoom into that feeling, you feel the energy rush in. I like to say the space of your body, when we do get into lengthened positions, when we do reach up high, when we do stretch, we create space. That's why it feels good. It's like dogs living in an apartment for 8 years. And then finally you move. And this now place has a huge back garden. Imagine the dog so excited just as you're opening the door to now step foot in the garden. When you create space, it's a new area for the soul to explore. And now the soul has the mind as a disciple. The mind can now start making sense, remembering, writing, sharing, mastering. But we have to go into these spaces, the unknown, first with awareness. So if we get ourselves into these positions each day, it's like the soulful essentials for the body, and the clues are all in plain sight. So Jesus, the story of Christ, died on the cross, crucifixed on the cross. And I've also shared with you where Christ is from within. Jesus died at 33 joints of the spine, and crosses over to be one with the Holy Spirit, wearing the halo. So Christ in a crucifix position. We call that the crucifix. I lay on my bed in this position every day, and the vibrations in my hand are out of this world. It feels like I do not have hands, like flashing diamonds, heavy lights. My hands are completely consumed, almost blending on itself. I now stretch out and I can feel the wires from my fingers running right across my chest. That's the lengthened position. The vibrations in the hand, the healing hands, that's Christ energy. And as soon as you lose that connection, it's like the circuit's out. You can feel the power in your hands, although it's tingling still, is disconnected. But that's reaching out as far as you can. Whilst you're doing that, imagine you're wearing a suit. And we, each day, can move around to get the whole suit at optimal. I'll come on to this on my next workshop. But imagine you need to stretch as far as you can first, so then the suit just drops and just fits. Sometimes you get them clothing, you put it on and it just all folds into place. So, hands out wide, crucifix, Christ. Leonardo da Vinci was showing us loads of depictions with that position too. He knew the body inside out, the cadavers, and the way he broke it down. So longest position. We also then are star childs, that star in the sky. A star position in your bed, on the diagonal, reach up, stretch your hands high. And do the same with your legs, reach out wide. And Da Vinci shows us it makes the shape as a square. So stretching out as far as you can, think about the wires in your body. And if you just put the fingers underneath this part of the arm, you'll feel certain things is like a wire. Some of them really strong, thick tissues, like a string. If our body's been spiraling around all the time, and if I move my hand round, you can feel everything's connected. There's a lot of wiring that's almost been stapled down that we have to unbreak. So if we go to the longest, lengthiest positions, each day we can then trust that we're getting new energy, new light into these areas with new awareness. And then if we look at the highest position as a human, hands above the head. When our hands above the head, straight up, everything hangs down. We rarely get our hands above the head. And I realise because that is the highest position, it's hard work. That's why. We all just sit at middle ground, hands by our sides. In some cases, hands are on our sides, not doing anything. So the highest position for a reason, highest out of the human experience, fixed, hands up above the head. We celebrate with our hands up in the head. We wave with our hands up above the head. Yet each day we rarely have our hands above the head. So if you did this on your bed, hands above the head, and if you go to the edge of the bed, hang over the bed, so you're almost upside down. When are you upside down in your days? Is that an experience for the soul? Yes. To be upside down each day, it's like shaking that energy inside the body, a snow globe. We can add in these movements each day. So if we looked at the body as the dog, and flip it round God. Yoga for the body is the Bible for the body. And they've showed us how to get our body moving in all directions, lengthening into all positions at maximum ranges, whilst adding in them rotations. And that word dog, downward dog. Your legs are straight, your arms are straight, your head is upside down. The way we walk is flipped right around. So to go upside down each day, downward dog. Be down in that position. Think about the arms going down the skin like a waterfall. Allow it to go down, stretching out the calves. The lengthened positions, the legs and the arms. So downward dog in those positions, which we'll go over the workshop. That's like a passage in the Bible. There it is. Now you need to work with it, make it work for your life, your experience. It's your perspective, how we view the words, how we feel the words. So imagine it's showing you an exercise, downward dog. That's how you do it. There's the instructions, which I'm going to encourage people, go on YouTube, go and get someone to teach you. And this is a position that we should be getting ourselves into each day. Think about the flow of blood down to your head. Think about the places that your skin hasn't been in a while. Gravity. Really, gravity you can call God. It's doing what it needs to. And a great example of that is, what do we do when we get the creases out of our clothes? We hang. We hang for a little while. Everything just folds into place. Hands above the head, hang. And for a lot of us, that's very hard to do. So you can hang on your tiptoes, stretch, feel the tissues wrap around the shoulders carrying you with your shoulders all the time. Your shoulders get a break. You can reach up, stretch out, in, out. Hang in and just let things fold, let things drop. Breathe into the space. Think about your skin now in the highest position, all hanging down. Like the clothes, the wires, all straightening out. When you get tangled wires, what do you have to do? Straighten it out. Untangle the knots. If you look at your skin, it twists over itself. But like putty, like flubber, if you leave it in a certain position, it changes form. We have that flubber all in our body. We say, oh, we're running out of cartilage. No, we're just not letting cartilage in that space. We haven't stretched for so long. We can feed love, pressure, and energy inside our body by getting into the space, stretching into the space. Go into the limits in your comfort space. In your bed, Christ position, crucifix, star position. It's very easy to do, and you can play around with rotations, moving the neck up and down. But downward dog then, just know that each day your soul gets an upside down experience. Dog the other way around is God. You're getting a God upside down experience. And then when we hang, when we stretch out those wires, when we move around those positions, rotate side to side and then head. 3 dimensions, forward and back, side to side, rotate. You will feel your whole body releasing, unlocking. So you can play around each day, but with that awareness, each day I showed up. In yoga, you have downward dog. So you have the downward dog. You also have the fold. If you look at the clothes again, we fold our clothes and let them hang. So folding over, let your hands droop. Let everything just hang down. The weight completely off your shoulders, hanging over the edge. Feel the stretch at the back of the legs, the calves. That's an experience for the soul, because it's energy. It's energy into space that's been dark for a very long time. With energy, creates the path, creates the way, and after a while, more blood, the flow. Think about your body as a mountain, and all the water's just been running in one direction. You need to reroute the flow. Downward dog, upside down, fold, and all the other moves in between. But if you just fold, get into downward dog, arms straight, head down, stretching the legs, you're giving your body a full stretched out experience. It's as far as you can go. And then the other main favorite move in yoga, Shavasana. So moving the body, stretching your vessel, allowing the energy into the space. Mind is out the way, you're in flow, going with the feeling, listening to the body, stretching the body, in tune with your body. Shavasana. Meditation. After all that work, it brings unity, union. The body, the mind, and the soul. And you'll feel your energy inside the body. Your mind's now remembering. But there's a membrane inside your body. A membrane mind. So when you've had these experiences, when you stretch, when you bring in more light, your mind will create new pathways in the body, new routes, the easier way. Because when you lengthen out all these creases, we've got loads of spirals wrapping around to us all the time. So this is where the final two parts come in. And again, all of these exercises we'll go through on the next workshop. This is the secret. Ankles and wrists. Ankles are the anchors. They're weighing us down. And the wrists, they grip on. If you look at our grip, our wrists, if you put your hands above your head and think about all the wires coming down, those wires are ripped on through all the tissues on your forearm. And it's the same thing with our calves. They hold on. Calf, a baby cow. The ankle is the mind, the mother holding on to the calf. But if we just freed up our ankle and let go, above the calf is the thigh, to know thigh self. The calf, you can unlock the whole entire body. So the calf, stretching. If you stand on the edge of a step and imagine your foot wrapping around the step, stretching. Move to the left, move to the right, rotate whilst your foot is in that position, and you'll feel stretches all throughout that calf. It's just a nice feeling. That's the light, the tightness. So like a rolling pin, your wrist, and the best equipment you can use is your body. Rolling your wrist on your knee, rolling your wrist on your thigh. And the focus is stretching the skin in all directions. Pull on the skin, tug on the skin, push pressure on the skin and drag. Pull. You're releasing so much. And if every day is a new day, releasing tension, the weight, the web, the structure, the foundations. That was life through building blocks. But now we're turning into that love space, turning into a knowing, feeling Christ, feeling God, feeling that inner connection. We now can enhance that by moving our body, creating more space from the highest positions, the highest expressions. Your skin is the soul, so stretch. Aging skin, we look old, labels, it's the skin. So, laying on your bed on your back, crucifix, try it on your front, reach out as far as you can, as if you're flying, as if you're gliding, and in the most stretched out position, you'll feel the resistance. If you rotate left, rotate right, you'll have your limits, but you can move every part of your body and take the body into positions it has yet to experience before, full length. And you start getting more creative with your body, and you see how everything's linked. And with the hand above the head, imagine you've got a towel wrapping round. It just keeps it in that solid structure. You can stretch into all these positions. That's the tissues around your arm anyway. So when we free up, you'll see that everything else loosens up. So when we do the same with our calf, it releases your back. It releases your joints. It releases a new feeling inside the body. A new body feeling. And you know when things are a truth, you feel it. So when you get yourself into your body, what it's capable of, and taking that resistance off, to really know thyself, know thyself. And there's so much to the body. If we just go to the highest positions first, stretch it all out, work from that place, and you'll notice the changes in between. So I hope this gives you some ideas, and I really want people to try the crucifix position. Try stretch out, feel what you notice on your back. You have to give it a little wiggle, find that comfortable position. There is always one. And then put your hands out. And the only other time I really ever felt something like this before was breath work. I remember my hands would lock like that, and I left my body twice. I remember I was in this padded blue room, no body, no head. It was just like pure awareness. I remember coming out going, I went to this room twice. He said, yeah, you've left your body twice. And I remember it as that feeling, it's like a charge in your hands. So doing this without even the work of the breath, stretching out. One hand may go off, the other may stay, but play around with it. And to get yourself in that comfortable position, like a screw, all the way out. Reach out with the longest finger, stretch, stretch, stretch. Imagine you're trying to free every little gunky, stuck tissues together. We have to free it all up. It's like a little chisel going around every position we can get into. It's magic. So I'd like you to give this a go first. and then come back with your experience. What did you notice? How did it feel? And did you get that energy?